Alodia Gosiengfiao has made a living out of doing what kids do, playing dress-up and playing video games. However, minimalizing her work as child's play couldn't be further from the truth. From the painstaking work creating her costumes to the building of a local video game empire, Alodia puts in hours to entertain her fans and build a strong community of cosplayers and gamers alike. Alodia Gosiengfiao, welcome to Leading Women.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. You look lovely in red. Is this your favorite color?
One of my favorite colors, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you do cosplay, because I'll say this with confidence and with pride, you are Asia's cosplay queen.
Hindi naman. Maybe just one of the first.
Really? You think? One of the first, not the queen?
Hindi naman. Because there are a lot of really amazing crafters, cosplayers, their new talent. So I'm very amazed with what they can do. So parang I support them.
That's very humble of you to know that you support them and not take all the credit.
No, of course not. Of course not. This is a community and it's a niche community. I mean, it's very small na sana people who are part of the community would support each other rather than be rivals in the industry.
You mentioned support, you mentioned a community. The first support and first community one has as an individual is their family. So take us back into Alodia's world as a child. How much fun was it?
It was definitely fun because what I did when I was young was something I really loved until now, which was video games. I mean, I started very early. My mom and my dad used to have a family computer, so when we were born, we already were exposed to that environment. So we've been playing Super Mario, Bomberman, Pac-Man, all those things until now.
As a child, full-time din yung laro mo? Or did you have time naman to draw or maybe play with Barbies, go to the movies, arcades?
Yeah, definitely. I tried to balance everything because I like doing a lot of things. So video games. And other than that, I also play the piano. So talagang I try to juggle a lot of things. I also love to draw. Dati anime characters, then I create my own characters. Then eventually, when I was exposed to cosplay, I actualize those characters. So I craft the items and then make myself transform into that certain character. It's another form of fandom. You be the character you want to be.
First character that you've created?
First character I've cosplayed would be the priestess from Ragnarok Online. That's because the first cosplay we did was for an event. It's the launching of Ragnarok Online. So you only have to cosplay characters in that certain genre. So it was a competition. So me and my sister joined that competition.
So your sister is also into cosplay. Does she also do it as much as you do?
We started at the same time, but her passion really was music. So that's okay. I mean, ako yung nagdala sa kanya sa cosplay. Kailangan ko ng kasama. Kasi nasya-shy ako when I'm alone. But yeah, again, mentioning that I'm shy, I treat cosplay as a mask. I'm very afraid to go on stage. I'm afraid of public speaking. So being in character is like transforming into a different person when I go up on stage. Welcome to my workshop. So when I was starting, I had to sell my costume so that I can fund my next costume. Which was sad because you have sentimental value for it. A few years back, one fan tried to track down the costumes I sold. He bought it and gave it back to me. It's like, oh, so touching.
Yeah, that's how much they love you.
Little did Alodia know that her love for anime, collecting figures, and video games would grow from a hobby into a profession.
Back then, the industry hasn't recognized it as a work yet, whether it's art or video games or cosplay. I just tried to be as professional as possible. So it was already a career before I even considered it as a career. Okay, I'm doing this every day. Okay, ganito na pala yun. This is work na pala. But for me, it was play. place work, work is play, parang ganon.
You're barely 20 years old when you joined competitions, you'd travel abroad, and then eventually you judged competitions.
Yes.
How did you feel when you joined competitions? Were you there to win? Were you there to have fun? Competitive ka bang tao?
I was competitive because before I also used to represent the school in art competitions. But when I don't win, I'm fine because I know that that other person deserves winning and it's fine. It just means that I have to step up my game to improve and to learn more. So I'm really okay. Even without the competitions and whatnot, I like making new things. I don't want to do characters that have been done already. I like discovering how to make things different. For example, I think me and my sister were the first ones who incorporated lights in the costume and mga stuff like that. Mga gimmicks talaga.
You have gimmicks, you have lights. It's not just a plain costume. You have to make it more exciting, enticing, more visually stimulating. How many hours do you spend coming up with a character and envisioning and actually putting to life this costume?
Takes a while. It depends actually on the character, if it's a simple character or if it's a complicated one. Sometimes, I would say 2 weeks to 1 month, 2 months. But if I'm crazy, like I drop everything
What's
and
crazy?
That's what's crazy. I drop everything and just focus. Maybe like 3 to 5 days. It's
Wow.
like I just disappear from the map and then I just work on that.
That works for you. Disappearing from the map works for you because you're shy.
Yes, which is good because at least I get to have my own peace and quiet and like my own time working on something I really love.
Coming up on Leading Women, cosplay is just one of the worlds Alodia has conquered. Find out what she's been cooking up in the realm of video games. While she's more known for her cosplay, Alodia has also ventured and succeeded in the male-dominated world of gaming. Recently, she signed an exclusive streaming deal with Facebook, the first of its kind offered to someone from Asia.
In responsible gaming, you have cultivated or come up with that culture here in the country and in Asia and all over the world that people look up to, people admire, and that you are earning from. How does that make you feel?
I just really think that I'm lucky. It's about timing, it's about what you believe in, and the quote that keeps on reappearing, like I live for this quote, is sometimes life is risking everything for a dream no one can see but you. That kind of explains my life because I was doing something different. No one has done it before, but you still keep on continuing despite the negativity, people's perception of you and what you do, but you don't really take that into consideration because you really love what you do.
Loving what you do, the negativity that came around, that still comes around once in a while, does it make you want to stop, take a back seat, and reboot your life and think about doing something else or maybe tweaking what you're already doing?
There were times when I got comments like, oh, you're not working, that's just play and stuff like that. If they only knew more about it, really just educating people like this is the future, this is what's happening, it's an actual career, people earn from it, it's a job, I guess they would be more understanding. I can relate it to sports. I mean, people do, let's say, for example, basketball for leisure. You can do basketball professionally. Same with gaming. Some people do it for leisure, some do it professionally.
I never imagined to liken it to basketball where, yes, you're right, leisure, a hobby, and then you earn from it eventually if you really
that's
love
why
it.
it's called esports, electronic sports. So there are actual teams who train every day just to do this. They compete in different countries. It's like talagang sports.
Same like what you do. You compete in different countries. Well, you used to compete.
Yes,
now
I used to.
You're a
I
judge.
used to.
Now you judge.
For cosplay, yeah. For gaming, I'm probably a variety streamer.
What does that mean?
We have gaming streamers who do this full time. Like they earn playing video games, they air their games on their own channels online, and then people watch it. And when you have like lots of watchers, the platform can put ads, and that's how you earn. So that's kind of new. That's a new industry right now, and a lot of people have been doing it. A lot of gamers, male and female. So we have female streamers. And variety streamers would be like, you're not even that good at the game. It's okay, because people watch you for who you are, your personality. Even if like you don't play so well, then people laugh because you suck. Something like that. But that's part of the game. Exactly. People watch you for you.
She spends hours streaming herself playing video games to her legions of fans. And just last year started Tier 1, a company dedicated to handling the best of the best in video game streaming and esports, the gaming world's equivalent to the major sporting companies like the NBA.
One of the main reasons we decided to do Tier 1 was to support the gaming industry here in the Philippines. Because still, there are traditional people who don't know about this whole world. It's okay, that's okay, because it's pretty fresh, pretty new, and what we want to do is just really inform people that this is a whole industry and a career. With that, we support upcoming gaming talents in the country, hopefully even around Asia. It's definitely something we believe in.
So you say we, who is your partner in Tier 1?
I have like 2 other partners. His name is Trike Gutierrez and Brian Lim. Trike is actually one of the esports veterans here in the Philippines. He's a shoutcaster, he plays Dota. He's really immersed in the world. So it's really good to have someone like that because we're in the industry. I mean, if we're like someone outside the industry, you don't really know what's happening in the community. So we're gamers and we know like the whole world.
Listening to you, I am outside the community and trying to understand and get inside your world. It seems like a lot of fun at the same time, very rewarding.
Yes, yes. It doesn't feel like work, except if there are like sleepless nights mounting things. But since we love what we do, the response after, like the smiles you see in people's faces during events, it's like really rewarding.
What does an event like for the gaming industry?
One of the biggest events we were part of was Manila Majors. That was in 2016. It was held in MOA Arena. It was a full house. Like people really watch it. It's an arena, so we had like monitors in the middle, and then the teams were playing in the middle. People were watching the game, and when something great happens, people kept cheering and stuff. It's really very immersive.
In the world of gaming, they say it's a male-dominated industry. It's a man's game, man's world.
It still is. I mean, looking at the statistics, there are still more males playing video games, but it's all about the passion and the talent of a person. So gender shouldn't be an issue.
Equal rights
Yeah.
for all the gamers.
Hopefully. But before, when I started, you really can't avoid that because I think they're just not that open yet. But times are changing, which is good. So I'm happy for that. I just support like female gamers as well. There are other streamers who also cosplay when they stream. So there are like a lot of different types of
It's
female
an
gamers.
entirely different world. It's a different universe even to get into your mind, your world. That is who you are when you're in costume, when you're the manager or the general manager of Tier 1. Alodia, off-cam, by herself, what is that like? What is your life like?
My life would be probably simple, I guess. Time is very important for me. Everything you can get back, like which is work, which is money, career, you can work to get it back, but time, there's nothing you can do to bring time back. So I spend time with my family, with my loved ones, and my loved one.
Loved ones, and then your eyes twinkle.
So yeah, I try to balance everything.
Next, on Leading Women. With her busy schedule and her many ventures, we find out how Alodia's personal life has converged with her professional life and what else she has in store. Apart from her groundbreaking work in the world of gaming, Alodia has also recently made headlines for her relationship with vlogger Will Dasovich.
I've never been in like a very long-term serious relationship, and the reason it worked out is because I've always been looking for like someone that is at least on my level or better than me. You should surround yourself around people that are better than you because that's gonna bring you up. I mean, she's way out. She's way out.
No way.
Not even close. close. She's one of the first women I met that's just like, I mean, that I really got to know so well. That's just on a whole different pedestal. So she brings me up with her.
No, you bring me up.
We rise by lifting others.
Alodia has become a power couple for the social media generation, paving the way for people aspiring to reach the top of the mountain through unconventional means.
Alodia,
Ay.
you guys have a hashtag.
Yeah, wow, you know Will.
Yes. Will, your better half, your partner, has gone through a challenging time in his life, and I understand you were there every step of the way. What was that like for you? Did your career take a backseat?
Definitely. I mean, this is the first time in my life that I gave up work. It made me just realize what's important in life. Time with your loved one is very important. That's why when I heard about the news, I can't drop all my work. So it's really about managing your time and balancing everything together. As much as possible, I want to spend more time with him in the US, but I have to come back for work and go to different countries. Then after that, I just go back to the US. Hindi ko na kinoconsider yung sleep. I mean, I'd rather rest on the plane just to be back there.
That's dedication, that's love, focus, and a lot of respect also for the kind of relationship that you both have for each other. It's not easy to drop work
Yes.
since you've been doing it for a long time.
Yes.
But this is important to you.
Yes.
What is your relationship like now that he's healthy, well,
Yes.
and then up and about?
It's amazing. He's a very positive person, so we inspire each other to be better. We're a team, we're a tag team.
Alodia.
We're a team, so we work together, we eat healthier together, we exercise together, we live a better life.
The challenges of having to battle with his cancer made you guys stronger, no?
Definitely.
Strong.
It's not just nga the sickness eh. I mean, even the distance. It was so hard. It's like from different parts of the world. It's not just like from Makati to QC. But
Plane ride,
Yeah, it's a
hour,
plane.
hours
So-
even.
so definitely it made us stronger together.
What did you realize, or what have you come to realize because of the situation you found yourself in with Will?
It was the first time I realized that time was important. Kasi for my whole life, I've been doing what I've been doing. I've been caught up in my own world, ganyan. Like, I took time for granted. I mean, I'm enjoying my life. Parang ang bilis. Time flew so fast. But when that happened, parang time was ticking. That's when you realize na parang don't take it for granted.
It's very candid of you, very honest of you to share that with all of us. Kasi syempre, you guys kept it for a while eh. Syempre, you dealt with it first and tried to have that time for each other instead of sharing it with everyone. At the same time, he had a vlog.
Yeah.
And he was sharing his experience with everybody.
Yeah. Actually, we weren't hiding it from everyone. We thought people would parang, okay, they're really close and whatnot. Pero apparently, kailangan pa
Really
ng press
close
release.
pala. Kaya naisip namin, are they hiding it? Oh, and then you mentioned, parang you're close pala, pero kayo pala.
Yeah, matagal na actually before everything happened. And we just didn't we didn't feel the need to confirm it online. Kasi you can see it eh, like how we interact with each other. And ako, nandun ako sa US, hindi ba obvious yun?
Close kayo eh.
Best friends.
Best friends. But that's good. That's a good foundation to be best friends first.
Pero we knew na beforehand. Before I went to the US, we already knew.
That you guys wanted to be together.
Yeah.
Future plans in cosplay, the gaming industry, personal.
I definitely want to grow the community more, the gaming industry, to open more eyes to how amazing this world is, to get more support and to support more. For my personal life, definitely like a healthy, long life, a happy life together and whatnot. So we're taking one step at a time, but at least we're both doing our things together. I'm really happy to be able to be in that position.
Alodia, you're still very young. There's still a lot in store for you. I know that I can see it that your brain is working like 29/7, 29/8.
Actually, I keep on saying that. I hope there were like more hours in a day.
To do what?
More work, more time together, as in like everything. Kulang na kulang. Yeah.
Pero hindi kulang ang words to say that you are a leading woman. You are a leading woman in this day and age of so much going on. The millennials, you're a millennial leading woman, educating all of us on what you do, how to appreciate what you do, and understanding what you do. When you think of a leading woman, what are your thoughts on a woman like this?
When I think of a leading woman, it would be someone who has made an impact in the world. Who's someone different. I mean, who goes against the crowd without stepping on other people's toes and whatnot, to be an example.
You just described yourself.
Hindi naman. Hindi naman.
You actually did. You actually did. And I'm thankful for that.
Thank you.
Alodia, thank you so much for inviting us into your world, for letting us into your mind and into the games that you play.
Thank you
Maraming
for this opportunity.
salamat.
Salamat.
Alodia Gosiengfiao's path to success is unlike many. But this road less traveled has become increasingly popular. And Alodia is leading the charge for cosplayers and girl gamers everywhere.